Welcome to Maximizing Monsters. In this series, I explore ways to improve the flavor and combat potential of the monsters in Dungeons and Dragons and similar tabletop RPGs. Today we discuss the humble kobold. Do you love the idea of having your party confront these clever little dragon wannabes, but they are no longer a threat to your party as written? What can you do? Play them more tactically? Sure. Use traps and obstacles to give them a home field advantage. Kobold can shoot through arrow slits in walls, benefiting from a +5 to AC and dex saves from that three-quarter cover, all while dropping flaming poop, boulders, gelatinous cubes, and so many sharp things on top of your party. You could also level them up. Yes, you can give monsters class levels, but not all of them need to be Giga Chads. For every 4 to 5 rank and file kobolds, toss in 1 to 2 chunky tanks or a blaster caster to disrupt your party's plans to steamroll your cutie patootie but oh so squishy dragon cultists. How about giving them better gear? Yes, standard kobold is naked, armed only with a kitchen knife and a dirty sock they use to toss stones at your PCs. Not exactly an intimidating opponent, so give them something better like leather, hide, chain armors, actual swords or reach weapons, bows, and my favorite, grenades. How about you grant them some magic items? Sometimes all you as the DM need to do to humble your party with a pack of bolds is to machine gun blast them with every charge in a wand of magic missile or a wand of
Fireball!
But even with all these tweaks, all that damn 5th level Aarakocra cleric has to do is pop Spirit Guardians, fly close to all your walls and ceilings, and you've got no recourse other than to stand by as your horde of small draconic friends are snapped, crackled, and popped by the saintly spirits of the Bird Father inside their own fortifications. Alright, let's figure this out, starting with the lowest of the low, the basic kobold. Let's consider this guy to be the Kobold Commoner. The only things he has going for him is a decent dexterity and the oh so sweet, sweet Kobold trait, Pack Tactics. Keeping this ability in mind, how are we going to structure our enhanced Kobold society to exploit it every chance we get? Well, starting at the bottom like we are, not much initially, but you have to start somewhere, right? Let us run with the draconic side of the kobolds and reimagine what a common kobold should look like. Here's an example of a type of kobold that is closely tied to blue dragon ancestry. I want to capture some of the elements of the draconic patron and the flavor of a nomadic desert-dwelling tribe for these guys.
Blue-scale kobolds are especially swift and dexterous. They are nomadic, preferring to live deep in the desert, far from civilization. They will often set up a warren below remote water sources, which periodically brings them into contact with merchants and travelers. They typically exact a toll of semi-precious stones or well-made blades and bows for passage through their territory. Freedom and creativity are their greatest ideals. As they move, they naturally generate a low-level electrical current that they can discharge through weapon attacks. First off, their stats receive a slight adjustment to show that they are more agile, cunning, and hardy than common kobolds. Their armor class gets a small boost to 13 from enhanced dexterity, and if they wear their shield, it is even better at 15. Their hit points bump up to 9 versus 5 on the base kobold. Not a huge increase, but it might be enough to take one more hit from a player character on occasion. These guys are well adapted to the desert, so a slight speed boost will enhance mobility. Combine that with a 10-foot burrow speed in sand, and these guys become hit and run masters. Even the Fremen would be proud to fight alongside.
Now, these guys are Dexy, right? So why not give them a dexterity save? Skills in stealth and survival only make sense. These guys are desert survivalists. And then top it all off with resistance to lightning from their blue dragon heritage. They have an additional +1 to hit with attacks thanks to the higher dexterity. Their weapon loadout has been changed to scimitar and short bow, which gives them a damage bump to an average of 6 up from 4. And since they spend most of the time slithering through the sand, generating static electricity, they can add 1 point of lightning damage to their attacks. Neat, right? So, what do you think? I've taken the liberty of creating kobold variants for the remaining chromatic dragons. I call them the chromatic kobolds of chaos. Just follow the link to a Google Doc in the video description below, or search for them on D&D Beyond in the Homebrew Monsters section. Well, we covered the groundwork, but that's all the time I have for now. Stay tuned for future episodes where I delve deeper into fleshing out the more potent tiers of this new killer kobold society. Thanks for watching.